All right, we are back at it, guys. Apologize for that. I had to change a bunch of settings. Required an update or a restart on the PC, so we are back at it. Maybe fill this in of what we missed there. I missed it too.
Well, we've had some green flag racing since our caution at lap 2021. That put us to our, we just called it stage there. And here we are at lap 33, and it's been green flag racing. We have had some cars and trucks that have bounced off the wall and had some guys spinning down on the apron, but we've kept it clean for the most part.
So it's on lap 33 of 48. So how many laps is that left? About 15
we got 14,
or so?
15 laps. Yeah, 14, 15 laps right now as they cross over for lap 34.
It is running a little bit better. Still got some skippy to it. Says 47 to go for stage. That ain't right.
We got our leader getting ready to pit here. Going to see a lot of green flag pitting here pretty soon. See how clean this is versus the last green flag big pit stop run.
Okay, yeah, a lot of these guys, I don't have, I didn't get to re-up everything, so I don't have their fuel window parts. Yep, but there we go. It looks like Drew's taking it in there. Looks like a little skippy, but still definitely running a little bit better, but it's a lot going on, so managed through this race. It'll be much better from here on out after this.
Yeah, these guys are jockeying up towards the front there. We were almost 3 wide for a minute.
Yeah,
They're sure sliding and bouncing around. Let's see if they can keep it clean here. We got Chris is pushing his way back towards the front of this pack, but he is a lap down after getting into some stuff. Got a couple of incidents. We've had a few trucks have a few issues on track, but we're able to keep it clean enough that we stayed green.
Oh, it's great so far. So really only one caution, 35 laps down, one caution, unscheduled caution.
Really? Yeah, we do.
I mean, better than I could ever expected for these guys, right?
Yep. I'm going to talk to these drivers real quick, mute myself.
All right. But here we go with Nick Traglia. It looks like he just aggressively cuts in front of Zachary Tyler there for the lead. We have Ryan Seabolt. It shows in third, so the 5 truck must be a lap down there. Noah Teals in a 28 in fourth. Sorry, that's Noah Teals in the 18. Hard to see with these lappers here. Here we go. We got a lot pitting here. A lot of our main guys are pitting here. See, they all go in pretty smooth. See a lot of guys coming out on these pits here. See where they can all jockey around here. As we have Ryan Seabolt in the 8 here. Is leading the field right now.
Lots of pitting going on right now.
Yeah, but see a lot of pitting's going on, and it's starting to make everything blink a little bit when we have a lot of people pitting. So it's not just picking that up. It is a little weird what's going on with the old PC, but that's fine. Like I said, we'll just manage through this race, and it'll be better from here on out. But yep, definitely a lot of pitting here. The rest of the guys, it should leave Shane Williams here as our net leader for now. Nope, he is pitting. So there's Shane Williams coming in the pit. So now we have Gregory Vadnez. He's going in the pit. And that should leave Zachary Tyler here out front. And I know he just already pit. Unfortunately, he is running by himself. He's going to get chased down by Corey Moore and Drew Holleran and Nick Traglia there. They should get past Noah Tills and our other leaders there. Looks like these guys got out all their pit stalls and stuff.
Yeah, haven't been as vocal on the broadcast as I was like. Got a lot to watch and manage right now with this first race and this many trucks here at Daytona. Definitely will be easier as the season goes on to get some of this cleaned up and be consistent in what we do, but this is a big field. We got a lot of drivers in here and a lot going on a super speedway.
Yeah, there we go. Corey Moore definitely showed flashes that he could win in the trucks. I know he won a race or two in the ARCA series, so.
Yep. Yeah, Corey Moore, this is his 3rd or 4th season in trucks. Has he done all 4? He's done 3 for sure.
Man, I'm getting a little old in age. I really can't recall. But, 4 seasons ago was a long time ago.
You didn't age that much in 3 weeks of the off season, though.
I did. 3 weeks.
When winter weather's hit, huh? Haven't adjusted yet.
So, yep, it looks like Drew's working well with Corey Moore here.
Get the 88 truck off the wall there.
88 of Nathan Woods there. Looks like he tapped the wall. So we have just Shoemaker.
Oh, 93 going up. Ooh-wee. I don't know what he's doing. 93 just kind of shot up on this. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Looks like we got 8 laps of stage now. Now it's about to be 7. So you guys reach stage. So we're going to be coming up to the lap.
I don't know what we're doing there. I don't know what we're doing there.
Trying to stay up on the wall. Was that Meacham there?
Couldn't see.
I know it's a black and red truck. I couldn't tell if that was Meacham or not, but it looks like he did do good staying against the wall, letting these guys go. Hopefully they got over the comms and explained that there. It really does help.
Holy cow. A couple of trucks are having trouble staying in their lane for sure, kind of bouncing all over the place, jumping up and down. We know these trucks like to walk in a draft when you have this many vehicles. The majority of the trucks are doing a pretty good job, just got a few that are bouncing a little bit more than others.
When my stuff starts freaking out.
I didn't see anything.
More still. Tell you what though, how impressed are you with these guys in this Daytona race?
Yeah, we're 43 of the laps in, 1 caution.
That is, I mean, that is unbelievable. These guys are doing an excellent job at really giving each other room, really being patient.
Yeah, what it's done though is there's a lot of trucks that are a lap down. It's not letting any of them get their lap back.
Well, I mean, don't go a lap down. What can you say? Don't put yourself in that situation. A lot of these times, these guys do get bailed out from a lot of these cautions.
Yeah, from position 31 to 49, they're a lap or more down.
Yes. Yeah, and some big hitters too, like Bobby Grady, Chris Weiniger, Ryan Stevenson, Anthony Hall. Forrest Martin,
Yeah.
Randy Post, you know.
Daniel Everly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Daniel
Everly.
Daniel does have the benefit of having some extra points from pole. 25 truck up there on the wall. He can't get off of it. I don't know. Maybe now he's just staying out of the way of everybody.
Yeah, you know what? He might be backing off. Said, "I don't need these stage points." It's probably about to get crazy here. Looks like we have 3 to go for stage. Oh, and there we go. We got a spin right there. Yep, we just seen it happen. Yep, we're just gonna have to call that stage right there. Hopefully, all these guys get checked up. Wish I could show you guys these replays right now, but it's just going to be counterproductive. There's going to be too much going on. But let's get these guys lined up. It looks like it's going to be Corey Moore with stage 2 win there with Drew Holleran coming in P2. Looks like maybe Zachary Tyler in P3, Justin Shoemate in P4, Nick DeTraglia in 5th, Bailey Walker in 6th, Nathan Murray in 7th. Let him cross the line here. Let it adjust just a little bit. There we good. Nathan Murray in 7th. Nathan, nope, there we go. See it, a little change there. Woods in 7th and Murray in 8th. Chad Bass in 9th and Noah Tills in 10th. I think he was the one that spun. Looks like he was able to get a position or 2 back. So we'll do this. I'm going to try a pause. I promise I won't have to reset this time. And try one more thing here. I'll be right back to y'all. All right, and we're back. Looks like we're just gonna have to make do here for what we got. But Mr. Tucker, I don't know if you're there or not, but
I'm back. just it's a lot.
well, there's a lot of cars out there to try to figure everything out. That is for sure.
Okay.
How do I pull up my frame rate while I'm in the garage?
Is it hold on.
There it is.
Key bindings.
Yeah, there I am. I'm at 40 when it's running good.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, 39. My R and my G are red.
Yeah, when I go to a cockpit view, I'm at like 130 to 140.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because even the cockpit view, it was still all over the place, so I know it's not about the car's rendering.
Yeah. But when I go to like TV mixed, it zaps the frames per second quickly.
Next caution, I might do the max frame rates under that option and just have to restart iRacing, but that shouldn't interfere with the stream too much. So
green flag, green flag.
Here we go. We got Zachary Tyler, control.
Zachary Tyler, looks like Justin and Drew are able to stay out front. So Corey Moore, KT's back up there in the mix now. Was able to get their lap back, but lucky for them if they were able to. See how many drivers we got. We don't have another stage. I can delete that now. Now we're just in. Oh, good wreck there. Looks like right in the middle of the field or near towards
Yellow,
up front.
yellow.
Looks like they will stay off that just a little bit. Looks like about the 7th, 8th position there. Got it down.
Yeah, that's a big one. There's some carnage out there on the track. Got panels still flying all over the place. Take a look at something here.
My tower block isn't working right. Now she's rotating a little bit on the bottom block, finally. Maybe someone else will be able to get their lap back here. It looks like we have about 30 on the lead lap. Looks like we have about 11 one lap down, and only 3 cars are out. Unfortunately, our pole sitter, Damon Everly, is one of them. All right, last go at it, guys. Take one more break. I'm going to try one more thing, and we'll be back, and no more interruptions.
green flag.
Oh, just in time to go back live here. Don't know how much of that really helped, but here we are back live with 27 laps left. Looks like KT got a good jump there on Justin Shoemate. Looks like Dustin Bloodworth made his way up there. Well, did that involve a lot of people there, Tucker, on that big one? I think that was our big one, that last one.
Yeah, there was a fair amount of damage there to numerous trucks. I'm looking at the incidents now. We have quite a few trucks in the double digit for incident points, but we're already lap 55, so they're not doing too bad, I guess.
No, I mean, if there's no DQs already, I think we're well ahead of most starts.
Especially with this many trucks in here.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been great. I mean, two cautions or 3 cautions now?
3.
3.
Had a few incidents.
Yep. It looks like Drew's working his way on the outside there. Really trying to work with Nathan Murray there. They have been in ARCA together at Stanley Hill. Had a few good races last season there in the Truck Series. KT close behind him and Dustin Bloodworth behind them.
Yeah, the K&W crew, who's done pretty good on super speedways typically, or got off to a rough start and haven't had a chance to get their laps back and fight for the lead. And
no, who is on K&W, and we will go down that list there. I know Bobby Grady, he's in 33rd. He's 1 lap down.
Chris
got his lap back, it looks like. He is now in 27th.
Randy Post.
Randy Post, yeah, he's in 46. Definitely not what he wanted. Is that all they have tonight in their chat, I believe?
That's all they have in their chat tonight, yep. Missing the driver, not sure who their 4th is this truck season since they lost Wilder.
That our lap down are Shane Williams, Bobby Grady, Anthony Hall, Daniel Everly, our pole sitter, is in 48th. It looks like he is out and retired.
He got disconnected. He's having connection issues. Looks like Don Miller, the 63 truck, has kind of just been doing his own thing tonight. Now he's out front. Zachary Tyler's been up towards the front all night. He's definitely had some pace across a couple different HVRL truck series, but just hasn't stuck it through a whole season yet to see what he can do with 15 or 20 races under his belt in the season. And then you got Danny Gross, who I know is going to put a lot of work in to the truck series this year to see what he can do on this season.
There we go.
In
Zachary
3rd.
Tyler dived down there. He decided to cut ties with Don Miller and get out in front of Danny Gross and take the lead there.
These guys are now currently setting the fastest laps of the race, so pace is picking up.
Yeah, that top line's starting to get some momentum now. They kind of got a little disconnected there, both lines, but top line's working pretty good. You got Don Miller up there pushing. Zachary Tyler made an aggressive move, like you said, to get down there with Danny Gross. So they're all kind of 2 by 2 right now. Everybody's kind of filling in, and it looks like the momentum is starting to shift and stay even. And 95 getting a little squirrely behind the 63, but they're able to keep it forward, and we'll see if Danny Gross and Zachary Tyler can take advantage of that slight hiccup there.
Yeah, and like you said, the 2 by 2, that's one thing these guys have done really well tonight, is stay in 2 by 2 and not push it through. Oh, the 41 gets into the 00, and there's a caution.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
That is a big one. Collecting more trucks. Oh, more trucks.
Trying to catch back a little bit. It is performing a little bit better. Still not great, though. But, yeah. Oh, no. Don't. Woo. Sometimes when your truck is turned around, you really can't see out that window unless you have a quick look left, look right button. You almost cut in front of a few, but they were able to slow it down a little bit there. Well, this is about what they needed So, because now we're about on that, we are on lap, I'm sorry, what lap are we on there?
5960-ish.
Okay, yeah.
And then right when we just talked about these guys had kept it too wide for the most part, 41 kind of went down like on the middle line, and he came up into the 00. And that's what happens when you kind of try to make your own line.
Who is the 41? And maybe I can go
that
back
is,
and...
That is Denny. Braden Denny.
Okay. We'll see if we can see it. Oh, he's already turned there so we can see. I'll try to get some of these replays going and see what we can do.
Yeah, it looks like he just drifts up a little bit, and
yeah,
maybe a slight bit of net code involved there, but I think there would have been contact anyway.
Yeah,
He just kind
definitely.
of drifts up there, gets the left rear of Shoemate, and nothing he could do, and that's the field.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just
how quick
not
it
sure.
happens.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Braden was trying to do though. He kind of went to the middle line in between those two trucks, the 9 and the 00, and then he came right back up.
Yeah,
Not sure if
yeah, that's one of those things that he really has to work on this season. I mean, I know he's our youngest driver here in HVRL, but he's really got to stay in line and just have a smoother wheel. You know, I mean, they're very important. He might have been a little indecisive. He had an opening to go down in front of Dustin Bloodworth, and I don't know if he changed his mind and went up, and that gap was already closed, or he was just not smooth with his wheel. But nevertheless, these guys are going to have to pit here, and now there's a strategy because you can get about 15 laps on the tank, and we have, you said, about 20 to go. 21 to go, so we'll probably go green with 19 to go. So that's going to put it really close to the field window. They're going to have to save a good at least 3 laps.
And I mean, the way that these cautions are going, I mean, it's definitely possible. This is kind of the tricky part of these super speedway races where, you know, you can definitely hang out towards the middle of the back of the pack and more than likely save the fuel, especially if there is a caution. But if there is a caution, can you get through it without any damage? I mean, that's really it's kind of the gamble that you play here with that strategy. Is the further back you put yourself in it, the more cars you have to worry about. So, you know, some of these guys probably can get those 3 laps saved. It's just, you know, it's going to really come down to yellows and what happens.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. It's showing here that Noah Tills is going to be our leader.
Yeah, it looks like the 5 is in front. He may be a lap down. Ryan Stevenson. Looks like he may have just stayed out if my timing is correct. So don't know when he looks like he last pit on. Let me see. It's downloading that data for me. So
there we go. I had to go live there. That makes a little bit more sense. Yeah. I think Stevenson is a lap down.
Yeah, no, you are correct. Yes, it is showing that now.
Yes. So he's going to get his wave around. It sucks because you're not going to be... Well, he can probably go in and fuel, I guess, but maybe get a splash and get back out there. But now no Till, Zachary Tyler, which has been up there all night. Nick DeTraglia has been up there. Josh Rebel's been up there quite a bit tonight. Drew's been flirting around there. Danny Gross, KT, Ryan Seabolt, Dustin Bloodworth. All those guys have been up there majority of the race, which is pretty rare to see because we normally see a lot of shuffling at these super speedways.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, about having people to work with for sure. It's definitely help is important, but, you know, it's just managing strategy with all the cautions and stuff as well, right? These races shift and they change so quickly with everything that happens during them that, you know, it's very easy to just get shuffled, you know, to the front and to the back and have issues with trying to get coordinated with teammates as well. So, you know, I think it was Chase that maybe said it at the top of the broadcast, but, you know, at this point, we're, you know, just about through with the race. It's kind of about, okay, these guys have been racing long enough at this point. Who do I trust around me that can help me, whether it be short term or long term? Who is the guy that I can count on to either push or hold a straight line for me to push and try to gain an advantage on the opposite line and try to make a move here at the end when it matters most? That's going to be what's the most important thing coming down to it, apart from, of course, just keeping all 4 wheels and tires on the ground. Shout out to Mike. And just trying to be there at the end.
Well, a good thing about this and trusting the other guys and having some teammates to work with, things like that, all these guys are returning with, they've all had a season in HVRL here. So they all know what to expect. They all mostly have driven with each other. I would say 80% of them. And you know, you kind of already know who you want to be around, who you don't, who you want to work with and who you don't. So I think that lends to the low cautions during our season opener here.
I'm surprised how quick this race has actually gone.
Yeah, it's been a quick one.
See how clean we can keep it here under this last. This guy's gonna have to make one more pit stop if it stays green.
Maybe we were talking about it. We think they can maybe save, especially if you're out front and you know that you can really set the pace.
Yeah, how many of them are gonna have the wherewithal to save though?
Right. That type of discipline is really hard to have.
It is, especially for some newer drivers.
Pretty good jump, but not too much where he's going to get railroaded. So that looks good. We'll see if Zachary Tyler on top and get that line going with Dick Petraglia there right behind him. Or I'm sorry, that's Josh Reddick right behind him.
Yeah, bottom line definitely a lot more up to this point. We're starting to see a little bit of movement. Top line starting to make a surge. KT has been a name that's been up there up front. He's been relatively decent at the super speedways in his HVRL history. Hasn't had the greatest of luck, and he'll be the first to tell you that. But as both lines now start to get the momentum, you'll see the bottom line will usually get the advantage, at least in the corner, shortest way around the track. The top line will usually surge there coming off the end. But one thing, too, that these drivers have to manage as well is the temp strength. You can sit here and push all day long, and eventually that motor is going to give out. So which one of these lines and which of these drivers can manage those temps while being behind the truck, still trying to get as much forward momentum as possible without blowing the thing up?
Yeah, we've actually had some drivers blow up their vehicles in HVRL during super speedway races, haven't we?
Oh yeah, Cameron right in front of me. Oh, there we go. A little aggressive push. I was just about to say those two
keep it clean?
really linked up.
Yeah. They kept it clean. They were able to keep it going.
I was just about to mention how Nick was really on his bumper, and as Bryce was talking about the temperatures, and he was going to be one to watch, and I guess he just got a little off-center push there.
Well, yeah, going back to KT, he finished the truck season really strong last year. He's had a string of pretty strong finishes recently across a couple of the series, including the Gen 6.
Yeah, but I mean, we see, there we go, how quick kind of things change here.
Yeah.
Don Miller back up towards the front. Top line is completely falling apart now. 3 trucks. I believe the 3 and the 20 have been hooked up the whole time. So they're going to have to, I mean, they're just going to struggle. They're probably going to fall back. They're going to need some help. But even then, the 20 still being behind the 3 of Halloran, he's not going to have any attempts to move forward. So this bottom line is going to prevail right now. 63 together here, at least in the last little stretch. And seems to be working for him. We'll see kind of when guys elect to make a move. Again, fuel still
These guys
a little bit of a factor up to this point. So
definitely not trying to save fuel. It doesn't look like up front.
No.
That's looking at their speeds right now.
Yeah, and I mean, green flag pit stops are kind of the name of the game too. As well, right? I mean, a lot of mistakes can be made. I think we saw it earlier with Bobby Grady making a mistake. We didn't have the replay, so I didn't know exactly what happened. If that was self-inflicted or not, but that just goes to show you as well.
There we go. Right up
hard
front.
hit on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, several cars involved.
There's your.
That's going to be the big one.
Oof. Drew and Chris finishing each other off there towards the wall, as those guys were also setting fast laps. So everybody was definitely picking the pace up, because we saw we were dipping into the 46s there,
Yeah,
which nobody had done prior to that.
Looking at it now, it looks like the 95, little indecisive on what move he wants to make. Danny Gross kind of already there at his right quarter. Nick is getting a little bit of the toe from the inside line, thinks about making a move. Gross goes to make the move with him, but it's a slight hesitation there from Petraglia that kind of just stacks everything up. Again, Danny Gross gets the left rear, and when you're in front of the field like that and a truck goes around, there's just nowhere for anywhere to go, and that's the big one. I mean, I will say, though, the 95 might be in okay shape. I mean, took a hard hit. We'll see how many fast repairs are left, but looks like Gregory Vadnai has his hood up. We see a lot of ARCA braking there in the back. Kean Fry had a hard hit. It looks like Chris is on the inside wall. So decent amount of heavy hitters here in this race too that just may have had their night ended, or at least very, very strongly hindered with that incident.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Nick lost so much speed, or maybe Danny started having a run there. And yeah, I think you are 100% on that. Just a little indecisive whether he was just going to make that move to the outside or not. And it looks like that was kind of the cause of that there.
And I mean, that's how quick it happens too. I mean, when they're in a pack like that, I mean, you're pushing, 180, 190 going around the track. So, a little split decision like that may not seem like a whole lot in the moment, but that just goes to show you how quickly things can change and how quick things happen here. I mean, you've got to be decisive. You've got to be precise as well. And, precision again at 180 to 190 mile an hour is not as easy as it sounds. And that's another instance that we see of it right there.
And unfortunately, it looks like Justin Shoemate and KT McCann both have, looks like a meatball on there. Could just be a black flag in general for incidents.
Yeah, we do look. No, KT does have the meatball. KT only has 6 incident points.
Okay, that's what it is. So KT has a meatball, and so does Justin Shoemate, unfortunately.
And so does looks like Logan, 93 truck.
Yeah, all I can see is my top 12 here, so that's all I can tell. Hopefully, KT, I don't think got involved in anything else. Maybe he can get in and get out and save himself a couple positions here.
I'm going to try to hop on board with him and see.
We'll have about 13 laps, maybe 11 laps, 10 laps when we get back to it.
KT just used his fast repair. He saved it.
Yep. So he's out back running again. So that's good.
It's a scary thing with no fast repair in your back pocket.
Yeah,
it is. But I mean, it definitely is scary, and there's still a lot that can happen. However, you're not as worried about it being this so far behind in the race anyway, because even if you do get involved in something, and it's so late in the race that like even unfortunately here for KT, good news is it's great he has his fast repair. However, he's going to be all the way at the back of the field now, so he's going to have a lot of ground to make up, and he's going to have a lot of trucks to dodge. Hopefully all of them are going straight, but we've seen it. Some go upside down, some go backwards, and there's just a lot of different things that can happen here.
Looks like, trying to see how many people we have on the lead lap. We have so many in the pits right now, it's hard to tell at the moment. I think we're still flirting at the 30 to 31 mark on the lead lap still. Yep, 31 on the lead lap, it looks like. Looks like from 41 to 49 or 5+ laps down. Looks like Zachary Tyler here. It just doesn't really matter. I mean, he started. Oh, I guess he started 13th. He's in first. Well,
Don Miller there.
Yeah.
Don Miller, he's up 41 spots. Corey Moore is up 34. Stanley Hill up 20. Aaron Vogt up 34. Noah Till's up 34. And then Quinn McLean up 24. I mean, those are just some guys in the top 10. Shane Williams in 11th. He's up 36. So I mean, there's a lot of movement right now. A lot of guys that either started in the rear or have come up on some fortune, or maybe again this is part of the strategy.
It is, and there's David Meacham. He was up front to begin of the race, fell all the way to I think a lap down, was at the back for most of the race, and here he is, worked himself back up, it looks like in the 13th.
Well, we all know it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you finish. And again, I gotta wonder if that kind of alludes back to what Chase said at the top of the broadcast. He had mentioned laying back. I talked to KT behind the scenes a couple days ago. That's a strategy that he wanted to implement, and hell, I think we've set his name up towards the front for a majority of the race. So
sometimes
it's just, let's say it's kind of the name of the game, right? Is you can that's Superspeedway racing, right? You can have a plan coming into these races, and at the start of the green flag, some of that just goes completely out of the window, and there's just you got to roll the punches, right? So we're seeing a lot of that.
Yeah, and if you find yourself out front, no safer place to be, right?
You would think, but that's all right there.
Yeah, definitely can work against you, but the odds are in your favor if you're out front. not to get caught up in something compared to being in the middle or the middle back half of the pack. But going to Don Miller, I mean, this is a guy that just kind of lets the race come to him. Don never tries to do too much, but he knows what he's capable of, and he finds himself, you know, there towards the end of the race pretty often.
Same thing with the Gen 6 that he was in. I mean, he was
Yep.
always a good competitor. He was always around that mix. Unfortunately, I mean, we have seen 2 wrecks that kind of happened within the top 10. So I know there's been 2 pretty good wrecks there.
And here we're going to get ready to go green. Some kind of start we get here. Obviously, it doesn't really matter the jump that you get because everybody's just going to reel you in anyways, but how clean can we keep it?
It might have been too good of a jump. Hopefully he backed it off a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to have to manage
making
the line
his own
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. That top might get a pretty good run right here.
Yeah, just curious to see who's pushing who and who's where, and then we might get an idea on what's going to play out. So you got Miller, Corey Moores.
Yep, right
Always showing pace on. That's a good line, and then who's got Seabolt behind him?
Yep. Kind of left him out though.
They did.
That was all caused because actually Tyler was off too well in the box and didn't kind of want to wait up. You don't want to get too much of a jump in that outside lane. It's really gonna fly past you. Kind of like.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. If you're the lead car and you get a jump like that, if you recognize that you're getting that much of a lead, if the 2 lanes beside you are side by side, there's only 1 lane that's going to get past you. You're not really going to lose a lot of space, right? I mean, you're going to get hit from the guy behind you. So just check up, close that gap, and build that forward momentum as quick as possible. And as we say, 45, Corey Moore makes a move on the outside, doesn't have immediate help, so not exactly sure how that move's going to work out right now. Looks like we got about 3 trucks on the outside, potentially some more looking to make a move, but 3 trucks is probably not going to cut it here with how strong that bottom line's been.
No, I like Corey Moore's position there. I don't think that was probably the best move to make at that point. I think I would have rather just stayed in P2 and just rode around while we're 10 to go. But we'll see if it works out for him. Maybe he can link up with some people and they can start getting a good run. But it seems like they're all bailing on him and going to that lower line now.
Yeah, that lower line is linking up pretty strong. That top line, there's some trucks in there, but they're strung out, and there's not a good enough pack to get any momentum. Corey definitely fell back. He went from 2nd to what, about 9th, 8th? Yep, 9th.
Yep. So just on one mistake that I bet he wish he would have back right now. But sometimes you have to make your mind up, and you just have to kind of just run with it. You can't be indecisive, just like kind of that last incident we saw earlier. Zachary Tyler is really pushing Don Miller very well, though.
Got to get used to these truck numbers. Sorry, Bryce, go ahead.
No, you're good. Yeah, it definitely takes time, but it's actually again, it just bottom line right now. 5 cars, just kind of content where they're at right now, and that's the name of the game. Is we all know that the move is going to be made, right? It's a game of chess. Don Miller knows that Tyler and Seabolt and Carvalho more than likely aren't going to sit behind him. He just has to figure out when he thinks these guys are going to make a move and try to do the best thing before they make it or block it when it happens. And again, it's a very fine line. And as we see, though, the top line is starting to get a little bit more organized, 2 by 2 deep down the field. So that top line will start to get momentum. We'll see what happens. I'd really like to see him with Tills if he does get clear. I'd like to see him hop down, but that's actually going to help as well. Tyler pulls out from the 63, leaves a little bit of a gap. So side draft is going to be on here.
I know he was just waiting for that move right there.
We do have a lap truck. Looks like they're going to be coming up on this. Going to make it a little interesting. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that truck is damaged too.
Yeah, hold on. We're going to be 3 wide here for a minute. Everybody looks like they're seeing what's going on. Drivers probably communicating with each other, letting each other know what's going on as well. And that kind of breaks up that bottom line too.
Yeah, I think Seabolt is in a great position right here where he's at.
The only thing that concerns me is managing those temps. I mean, the 86 of, I believe, Stanley Hill was pushing Noah Tills up there for a good minute, and Tyler moving up actually is going to help that line cool down just a little bit. It's going to be Tills that it's going to be off, but if Tyler elects to move back down, that kind of just cycles everything back out. try to lay off a little bit and do what he can to manage those temps and try to make a run. You can, depending on where your temps are at, you can probably get a good 3/4 of a lap pushing, but that's going to be tough to do if these guys aren't managing. Now, if we get a late restart and we have a green white checkered, you're on that loud pedal, and you're not lifting to a checker flag.
Yep. Yeah, we're getting to that point where it's going to start getting interesting. Guys are going to start pushing here pretty hard pretty soon.
Follow along with Stanley Hill there in the 7th position, watching him go on the roof cam right now. Watching these guys bump and wiggle around. Most of them are keeping pretty great lines though up front. So.
Yeah, but you're going to see these guys that are, a few cars off the lead. They're going to try to make their push somehow. You're going to see someone in 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th place, whatever. Someone's going to try to make a move. Something's going to happen. Whoa! What a move there, Zach.
Yeah, Don's getting a little wiggly back there. Keep that going. See if Seabolt can't suck up to him here.
Yeah, coming to 4 to go this time. I mean, these pushes are going to get harder. The runs are going to get bigger, and the patience in the space is going to slightly increase and then it's going to just be out the window. So Tyler right now is in a favorable spot. But Sean and Bryce, I want to ask you guys, where do you guys want to be? You guys want to be in this pack?
Man, I still want to be in about Seabolt's position because I think 63 will move up, and Tyler might go to block him. And kind of Seabolt open in that 3rd position there.
Yeah, somewhere 3rd, 4th, 5th, and just try to get a run on coming off that last corner and see what happens. Because I feel like if you're out front, you're a sitting duck.
Tyler's going to look to try to rewrite that opinion.
There we go.
We see Seabolt now making a move.
Seabolt went up the block
but
that
he's going to get left.
Yep.
And
no
I don't like that.
Might get
well, we'll see. I mean, maybe some teamwork. I'm not familiar with all the teams. I didn't really like that with tails, but he does get a little bit of help. But just 2 trucks up there, that's going to kill a lot of their
here
chances.
Here we go. That's the 3 wide. See, these guys are going to start getting aggressive.
Oh, there
it is.
Noah Teals had no friends out there. I'm not going to be able to see any of that going on. That is a big one.
But you know what? Seabolt getting split like that just saved him from being involved in that accident.
You're exactly right. Yep. Because him making that move up to the top really just saved him. And there he is in 3rd position with a lot of his competition. Took some massive damage. And I'll tell you what, I'm really pulling for Andre here.
Yeah, I mean, Andre's been with us literally from the start in season 1, man. And I know he's still looking. Has he gotten a win yet?
No.
I don't think he has. Yeah.
No. He's had some good races. He's kind of shot himself in his own foot a few times when he's had a few good races, and but he's improved every season. So definitely love to see Andre pull one out here. The 3 in front of him have won. Andre has not won. Meacham has won. Matthew Chase has not won. Noah Teals has won. Corey Moore has won ARCA. So, but here's Matthew Chase with his teammate Meacham. He's going to be starting right behind him, unless Danny Pitts in between there. So, definitely looking for them here.
Well, and here's something too. I mean, green white checker territory, right? I mean, how these guys that have been up front are going to have a little bit harder time managing fuel. So, if we get 1 or 2 more of these, things could get really interesting with fuel.
And now we start flirting around with the 20Xs. Now we have 3 in the top 12 that have black flags. Noah Tills, Danny Gross, and Bailey Walker. All what I'm assuming have their 20X drive-thrus. It's hard to stay out of that 20X. We talked a little bit about it when we were talking to Chase and Mr. Weiniger there. If you could stay around the 20X marks and finish the race, then that's a win in my books here at Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, you can really get a huge start on the IPL or lack thereof in this case, right? I mean, the IPL is not a place that you want to be. I mean, you want to avoid that thing like the plague. And there's a lot of drivers tonight that unfortunately are going to have a long road ahead of them. And there's going to be some drivers that are going to be in a really good spot after this.
Well, Chris didn't do anybody any favors with putting the IRP as our third race of the season either.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard one, you know, for some of these guys. But you know, learn it out of the way early, right? I mean, figure out what you can to try to stay clean. Obviously, the super speedways are going to be a little bit inflated on the numbers, but you know, it's up to you as a driver. You know, this isn't the end all be all. I mean, there's still other races to go before that IPL race hits. So if these guys can, you know, try to stay clean these next couple races and maybe sacrifice a position or two in the long run, that's going to be a very big help because, again, that IPL list is one dirty SOB.
100%. The good thing is we do have Kansas, and they will have 134 laps to really knock their IPL down. And if you can stay clean there, you can really negate a lot of X's from Daytona. But you have to be very conscious on really keeping it clean if you have a bad night here at Daytona. So it looks like all these guys are gonna be able to make it on fuel. I mean, they're at 12 laps on their current stint. Everybody here in the top 10 at least. So, and it looks like this is going to be a natural green-white checker, I believe.
Yep, absolutely. Should be interesting to see if we could do it on one green-white checkered.
Yeah. Hey, see if you can find Zachary Tyler. See if we can give him a nice interview.
Yeah, let's see if I can find him.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, there he is. He is in there with the Shell Shockers with Meacham and Matthew Chase. Wow, they have 3 teammates up there in the top 5, 6, 7 anyway.
Zachary Tyler, you're up here in the booth with Bryce, Sean, and Bryce. How you feeling about the end of the race here?
Felt a lot better before that caution flag came out.
Yeah.
Man, you've been up front most of the race, so I think you've done great managing your position here, and I see you have 2 more teammates kind of rooting around the 6th and 7th spot there. Maybe they can get up there and help you out.
Yeah, they had definitely a tough race back there, so I'm glad to see them up here finally. But Don's been a great pseudo teammate. We've been working good together all night, so having him behind me was nice to see. But now all bets are off. It's 2 to go.
All right. Well, with that being said, the pace car lights are out. Got a couple corners there to green, and hopefully we're talking to you here at the end of the race, man.
Just looking forward to it. Sounds great. See you guys.
Thanks, Zachary.
Good luck.
Here we go. I know he's won at least one. He might be a multi-truck winner. I'm not sure if he won this season, won last season, maybe.
Yeah, his biggest challenge was he wasn't able to stay consistent in terms of showing up week to week. He did say in the chat that he was going to he's going to make a commitment to try to make as many races this season, so he will be a contender for sure.
Well, I hope so, because he is one of the 20 that are a good contender here.
Yeah, pace car going to be coming off now. Everybody's 2x2 coming to, like you said, the natural green-white checkered. Zachary Tyler's going to have the run on the inside with the help of Ryan Seabolt. We've got, it looks like Don Miller on the outside as well. Zachary Tyler gets another great jump. We'll see if he learned from the last restart. I mean, the top line is a little bit further behind, but those trucks are a lot closer together than the bottom line, so we might have to stack them.
I think he's still out there a little far, but I think he managed that a lot better. As
well,
Seabolt just gave him a good bunch there. Yep, that worked out.
Don Miller and Carvalho coming down to the bottom too is going to really help them out. That's going to keep that momentum going. Now, I'm sure, obviously, they're probably not going to stay there. Looks like they're already looking to make a move now, but that's going to help keep that bottom line rolling. But if somebody's going to make a move, they're going to have to do it here before that top line, you know, those guys that are in 5th, 6th, come up there and make that run.
For sure. Let's just see if we can make it to the white flag. That's what I hope to see here.
Now, I'd imagine at this point,
we can get there
in the air. So this is going to be it here. This will be the finish. Next person to cross the start-finish line will be the winner of the race. Zachary Tyler, Ryan Seabolt locked in, bumper to bumper.
Yes, this is going to be fun. Let's see what happens here, boys.
Go with Meacham on the outside. Corey Moore really giving him some good pushes, but is it going to be enough for that?
Is anybody going to be spinning through the finish line or flipping through the finish line? Here goes Seabolt trying to make the move on the outside. Is he going to get the push?
Well, he did get a push,
he doesn't.
but now they're off
Meacham's
center.
puts him 3 wide. That's going to tank that middle line, though. Seabolt gets a hard bump.
Oh, there goes Corey. Yep, it's going to be
a battle for the top 4.
Called out.
Tyler looking pretty good. Tyler looking pretty good right now. Seabolt alone on the outside. Tyler elects to hop up. Seabolt going to be on the bumper. Don Miller now looking to make a move on the inside. It's going to be close, but it looks like Tyler is going to walk away. Now, who finished second, third, and fourth? I couldn't tell you. All I know
that
is
was
Zachary Tyler.
so close right there at the end. It looks like Zachary Tyler, Ryan Seabolt, Don Miller, David Meacham.
And then Sean McLean, they're going to round out the top 5. So we saw a pretty big accident there, but Tyler gets it done from the front row.
He did. He was able to hold it off. He proved me wrong.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, Mr. Race Control, just let these guys know that X's will still count, so keep it calm and collective here, and top 3 to the broadcast waiting booth. Can't wait to talk to some of these guys here. I know Ryan Seabolt, Don Miller, those guys are going to be really happy. Great show back for Meacham. For Meacham to come here and get 4th on the Superspeedway, joining the back, anywhere in the top 10 on this Superspeedway.
I mean, three drivers in the top 10, right? I mean, you got David Meacham in 4th, Matthew Chase in 7th, and then Zachary Tyler won the race. So, I mean, that's a great team day for them as well.
That is a great team day. Safe to say they're probably going to be in the team points, I guess, depending on a little bit of stage points. But, yeah, I mean, that. And only having 3 of their 4 teammates show up today. So, they all really performed well.
Yeah, and that's all you can really ask for, right? I mean, there's only one winner of the race. So, Zachary Tyler gets it done. A little bit of calamity there at the end, but all in all, I mean, with the amount of drivers we had on the track tonight, there was definitely a huge potential for this race to end a lot differently. We'll just say that. But I mean, I think the main component, you touched on it. I mean, these drivers have been racing each other now for the whole season. I mean, last season we might have a couple outliers here and there, but that just goes to show you the chemistry that these guys can have on track and what that really does. And who to work with, and even who to stay away from. And sometimes that's a huge deal when it comes to these kind of races.
You hit the nail on the head with that one.
You never know the results of Superspeedway starting out at Daytona. It's not going to shape your season, but it can sure be a benefit if you get a victory or get some good solid points to start the season out and keep your IPL points down. But Daytona is definitely just a start to the season. So any of these guys that might be frustrated or second guessing themselves, hey, it's Daytona. It's the first race of the season. It's not going to change your results come the end of the season if you just stick with it. That's for sure.
Right. Well, it looks like we have all 3 here in the broadcast waiting booth. If you want to pull up our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Don Miller.
Mr. Miller. Don Miller, you're up here in the booth with Sean, Bryce, and heck of a race there for you. You found yourself towards the front there. I don't know, the last 20 or 30 laps pretty consistently. Had a good, clean race at the end. Tell us about your race and how it went.
First, I want to thank the guys at HVRL for putting on a heck of a show every race. That's nice to expand and run these extra divisions this year. First part of the race had a ton of damage. Didn't want to use my quick repair, so I just kept trying to get it fixed, and finally got it fixed and got up there. And I want to thank God, families, sponsors, of course, Bremer Jewelry, Nerve Racing, Perfectly Made, T-shirts and everything. So again, thank you to the guys here, and that was a great racing at the end with them guys up there.
Yeah, it sure was. I was seeing if anybody else is going to chime in there. We got a little quiet there for a second. But I was saying during the race, Don, that racing with you last season in Gen 6 and then watching you race. You always just kind of find yourself there towards the end. You don't really ever force anything. Is that what you did tonight? You said you got in an incident early and had some damage, but did you just take your time and found yourself up towards the front?
Yeah, pretty much. Try to save the equipment, save the tires. Don't put yourself in a bad situation. Um, let the race roll out and play with what you got the last 20 laps or so.
Where did you start the race? It looks like I got you about 27th or so.
Yeah, I bottomed out going through 3 and 4 in qualifying. Yeah, I was way back there.
How much did that worry you starting? Strange enough, that was close to mid pack really at 27th, the amount of trucks we have. But did that worry you at all starting right there? Because I mean, that is a bad place to really start.
Yeah, and I paid the price for it.
Right. But, you're able to get your damage done. Thank goodness these laps take a long time. You can probably get over a minute's worth of damage done every time you go in. Had a few cautions. As I was telling these guys on the broadcast, man, y'all did really just way better than I thought may have happened here with 49 drivers all at Daytona on the season opener. So I thought all you guys did really well. Limited amount of cautions.
Yeah, and just like I said, now that I've got a full season of racing with a lot of the guys here, I built up some trust, and I'm a single truck team out there in this group, and you find guys you work good with, and it really pays off at the end of a race to have help.
Awesome, man. Well, anything for Kansas next week? You feel like that's a track you're looking forward to?
Yes, tire saving, fuel saving. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see the 3 tire sets across the whole season, across the whole league, really. So I'm really looking forward to watch that play out a little bit, watch people save a little bit more tires.
Yeah, Gen 6 really helped with that. That was my first forte in that, and I really learned a lot towards the end of the season with that. And yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys put on an excellent show here, excellent group of drivers and admins. Thank you for everything.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Congratulations on your podium finish. That's a heck of a. Hey, how many X's did you have? That's very important.
I think 4.
Oh, you are set up well,
It's a
sir.
win.
That is a
It's a
win-win. I couldn't ask for anything better. A podium and a 4X.
Yeah, and that was for just driving into the chaos and the trial in that first big one.
Yeah, that is excellent. Excellent job, sir. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you next week too.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Don.
Don Miller, our third place finisher. Heck of a racer. We're glad to have him in the league with us. Just seems to do all the right things. We're going to go ahead and pull up P2 in the booth, a longtime driver of HVRL. Mr. Ryan Siebolt, you're up in the booth with Bryce, and Sean. Solid second place finish for you. Look, I'm not exactly sure if you had something you were trying to work out to the end to get around Zach, but it can be tough. But still a heck of a race, and tell us about it.
And it was a good race. That at the end there, I knew Meacham and Zach are on the same team, so that was a little sketchy spot coming into 3. We held it really well. I mean, everybody got nice little shoves, and we were able to hold it through the corner. Overall race, I mean, it was tough. I mean, I didn't do very well in the stages. I got kind of sent to the back. I got a pretty good wreck and didn't want to use my fast repair going into it. Did about a minute and a half worth of damage. Still had about 4 minutes left and just came in and decided to use the fast repair and try and get back in the fight.
Yeah, we really didn't have that many cautions, so we had trucks go laps down there early on, and just they couldn't get their laps back because there wasn't enough cautions to get some of those laps back. And luckily, you were able to fight for the win there. It was a heck of a finish to the race for sure. You guys all did a great job at keeping it clean. How'd you guys finish up in terms of a team?
Well, Dayoff wasn't able to jump in today. Rogers had some connection issues and was out pretty early. Jace, same thing. So it wasn't a very good day, but I'm out here trying to hold it down, man.
You did your part.
Yeah, I'm out here.
Happy, Bryce, you got anything for Ryan?
Just walk us through. I know you kind of mentioned it there with the team play, but what was your strategy? I mean, going into those last couple laps, I mean, obviously the goal is to win the race, right? But were you kind of content with being second or third in line to try to make a move, or if you could have got to the front, was that what your goal was?
My goal is to try and get to the front. I know Zach is competitive at these super speedways, and when I kind of pulled out on the backstretch to get around him, I was expecting to meet him to kind of stay in there, and he gave me a good push, and then it ended up pushing 3 wide. And when Corey got screwed up right there at the end, that's what kind of ruined my run. So I think if Corey would have ended up keeping it, we would have had that second lane going, and I might have actually won this thing.
Yeah, it definitely came down to those final 4 drivers after Corey spun, and it was just chaos behind Corey from there, and it was just a battle of you 4. And yeah, Zach had Meacham helping him out, so that makes sense why he was able to get the victory.
Yeah,
But
took a hell of a block and was able to hold it. So I mean, I give him credit for that.
oh, that was, yeah. I see now. I thought you were losing it there. We were able just to catch on the broadcast. Very bad broadcast. Too many cars on the track, so it's not a very good watch. But so thank goodness you didn't win. That would be upsetting to get a win and have such a
Oh
shoddy
yes, thank
broadcast. So,
goodness.
but more importantly, the most important question: how many X's did you have?
And I finished with 12. It was tough. I'll tell you, I was 0x for a long time, and then when I got in that wreck, it's 4x right there. Hit the next one, then I'm up to 12, and yeah, it's tough out
Hey,
here.
hey, 12 is great. If
Yeah.
you can get out of Daytona under 20, you are. I mean, I keep saying this. That is a win. So,
Yeah, yeah, I don't think 12's that bad either, especially if you look at the rest of the field.
yeah, no, yep, that'll be great. So, all in all, a great finish, man. Anybody you want to shout out to?
I just thank you to my wife, man, for letting me come into my third season now, and start doing the next gen as well. So family's really supportive, and they watch me and stuff like that. And thank you to you guys. I know putting up with 50 drivers, especially first race of the season, it's tough. So I appreciate you guys and all that effort.
All right. Well, we appreciate you. Definitely a long time driver here. So we definitely appreciate all the returning drivers and the new drivers. Kansas next week. Feeling good about that?
Oh yeah, yeah, I like Kansas. That'll be a fun one.
All right. Well, definitely with 134 laps, like I was telling Bryce earlier, for any of these guys that had a bad race tonight, as far as X's go, 134 laps. If you just make it a point to stay clean, you can really knock down your IPL a lot. So.
Oh yeah, goal is don't get on there, never get on the IPO list. So that's the mission every season.
Right. Well, you're starting out strong, man. Congratulations on your P2 finish, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you again next week.
So yeah, hopefully. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
That was Ryan Seabolt finishing P2. He had a great season last season. Should be a strong contender this year as well. Let's go ahead and pull up our winner. Mr. Zachary Tyler coming in with the victory. Really, actually, just a strong race from you in general. Looked like you had good control of what you wanted to do. Had your teammate there to help push you at the end. Kind of tell us about the race.
Yeah, I surprised about how clean it was with how many trucks there were in the race. I figured it'd be a lot more chaotic, but I feel like it also was a great race all around. It's like a lot of fun out there for sure. A little nerve wracking at times, but mostly everyone did a good job of, being respectful of each other. We got some free flag pit stops in too, which is always nice on a plate track.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
how important was having the track position there at the end? We saw that late yellow, right? It's always scary, kind of being up towards the front because you don't know what's going to happen. You've worked all night to try to get up front, and there's a caution here that brings out a green white checkered. Two questions for you: one, how happy were you to see the white flag actually come out this time? And then two, what do you think was the key move there at the end to get you to victory lane?
I was ecstatic when the white flag came out. I knew I didn't want to have to go through too many. I mean, I did take extra gas, just in case for green white checkers. But once you have, one or two, and you get the lines configured differently, who's behind you pushing makes all the difference. So when I saw that I had, Seabolt up there, I knew he's a good pusher, and also, Don the 63, he's also a good pusher. So I was happy that was, when when the white flag came out, that I was in a good position to go forward. Um, and in terms of the move that got me up there, I mean, I was just constantly trying to manage my gas. I was posting every single caution. When one came out with like 60 or 70 to go, I thought maybe he was close to making it. I think it was like 4 laps short. So then the next caution came out. I definitely came in and topped off. And I was, coming in, quick off pit road. Never took tires the entire night. Never I mean, it's Superspeedway, you shouldn't need tires, but it definitely makes it squirrely sometimes coming off pit road. But I make sure that, I kept my tires and everything on the ground, and it's just having good track position, having the right guys behind me at the right times.
Awesome. Well, definitely a great start to the season. I know in the past season and a half, I think you came in late in season two, I believe. But are you? And I know you had a hard time making a lot of races, but now with you being locked into the playoffs, as long as you're in the top 20, are you going to be able to maybe commit more to the truck series this season?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a newborn daughter last year.
Mm-hmm.
So she's one now, so I have a little bit more time now that she's walking around more and doing stuff. I have a lot more time to race thanks to my wife and everything for helping out there. So definitely, I mean, obviously, just it just adds motivation and desire to race here more, especially with Leaching back. He was part of the original team that I was on way back in the beginning. When I came in season two, partway through the year, and they're good guys, him and Chase, and I like racing with them. So having them there to race with and keep me honest and making sure that I come out to practices definitely helps a lot too. So I definitely am really intrigued to help people and to get better and to be around you guys a lot more.
That's what we'd love to hear. Just everybody helping everybody. I mean that's what this is. I mean none of us are the best drivers on iRacing, so we're all here trying to learn, trying to have some fun while we do it. So that's kind of the whole point
Absolutely.
of these the ARCA and the truck series. Do y'all have a fourth teammate?
Yeah. Anthony Hall was our fourth teammate. He had a little bit of
Oh, that's right. That's right.
issues
He's
with
down.
connectivity earlier, but yeah, we're definitely we took him on. We're looking forward to running with him a lot and doing practice sessions and helping each other get better. He ran well last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
the
yeah,
problems.
Every year
yeah.
he is
Yeah,
quick. That is a strong
yeah,
Yep.
team y'all got, and y'all have a 1-4-7 finish. So a heck of a finish for your team.
yeah.
That should, if I had to guess, put y'all in the captain's seat there, as far as team
Bet-
Yeah.
points go.
and better yet, I think we all still off the IPL list, which is always the curse of this. Sometimes you get stuck on that list; it's hard to come out from underneath it.
Well, Daytona will definitely get you on the bad side. What leads me into how many X's did you end up with?
I ended up on 4X, and that's
Oh
because
man,
the
very
one
good.
of the accidents that Weinerger was a part of, I actually hit him when he was coming back onto the track. And I slowed down, but he just came on the track and I hit him. So I actually was not involved in any accidents really, and I didn't use my fast repair. So I should get extra bonus points for that. Not using my fast repair.
Man, there's going to be a lot of people rolling their eyes and mad at you when they hear this interview with their 28 X's. A lot of them probably got.
Right.
But Kansas next week, one of your stronger tracks, maybe?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's basically anytime I have a track where I can go flat out and not have to worry about braking as much or backing off the throttle, I feel like I'm good at. And Kansas is basically a plate track with the truck, so it's a lot of fun there. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your win, getting a lock in the playoffs. Again, an outlier as long as you finish in the top 20, which if you
Mhm.
show up most of the time, I don't see you not finishing in the top 20. So, pretty much locked in. I'm sure that gives you a little ease through the rest of the season, especially getting it on the
Absolutely.
season and opener.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely. A lot of now I can do a lot more testing and tinkering. Here on out, the tracks I'm not so good at. There will come up later in the season.
Right. Well, congratulations to you, and maybe we'll get to talk to you again. Be one of the few
Yeah.
that can get a back to back.
That'd be great. But for now, just happy to talk to you guys, and you guys did a great job covering the race. Can't wait to watch it back, like always. And thanks for the
Oh,
work you guys do.
it's not a good one. There was too many cars on the track. It was bad broadcast,
No, I mean,
visual wise, but
oh,
it did the best of what we had. I'm sure it'll be much better next week. We'll get all the kinks worked
Bugs
out.
ironed out.
Yep.
Yep.
And
yeah.
like I
Well,
said, yep. Congratulations on your win here at the season opener, and good things are coming for you this season. I'm sure of it, man.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Bye bye.
All right, let me go over the final 18 here. As we just talked to our top three: Zachary Tyler, Ryan Seabolt, Don Miller. 1, 2, 3. We have David Meacham finishing in fourth. Sean McLean, great showing for him there, able to eke in for a fifth place finish. Drew Holleran, solid finish for him at sixth. Matthew Chase, I'm sure we talked to him. He would be happy with a seventh place finish here. Kian Fry, another guy I noticed in the preseason, really coming on strong this season, finished eighth. Trent Bestgrove led a couple laps, finished ninth. John Shields, I didn't really get
I
to
don't.
talk at all about him, but there he is in 10th position. So great for him. Quinn McLean in 11th, Nathan Murray in 12th, Chris Romano in 13th, KT still able to come back for a decent finish. 14th isn't bad at all. And my goodness, look at that! Anthony Hall actually got
Finished.
into 15th.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and he had a rough race.
yeah, and he was down there at like 38th at one point. So great for him. And Chad Bass 16th, Gregory Badnaez in 17th, and Dustin Bloodworth in 18th. So that'll do it. Sorry about the broadcast. We'll try to get the graphics situated. There won't be 49 vehicles on the track. Now it's qualify in. As many pit stalls as we have, you have to qualify in now. We let everybody join the Daytona race. So, yep, that'll be that. We have tomorrow night. We have our duels for the Cup Series. Tuesday is our ARCA. We will have the duels for our ARCA. Then on Wednesday, we will kick off with our Xfinity. No duels there. Straight Daytona, just like the trucks was. And I believe we have like 40 participants in our Xfinity series as well. 35 or 40 in that. So that's looking to shape up to be a really good series as well. But great race, I think, so far. Any final thoughts for you, Mr. Tucker?
Yeah, I was surprised at how few cautions we had for 49 trucks on Daytona first week of the season. Everybody kind of coming in and knocking the rust off. Had some incident points out there and had some things, but overall, the race went really well. Congratulations to Zachary Tyler on the victory. His first race back. I know he's excited to be back. We're excited to have him. Overall, a great first night with a lot of drivers that got a lot to prove, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yes, it is. All right, I'm Sean Havoc. That's Bryce Tucker. Appreciate all of you guys joining in, and we'll catch y'all next week.